dead following the shooting at US synagogue. Man charged over mail bombs targeting Trump critics. And 1.5 million boost for aligning high streets expected in budget. This is ITV News at 10 with Jack Mills. Good evening. A helicopter has crashed outside a football stadium in Leicester. A helicopter owned by Leicester City's chairman has crashed outside the football club's stadium following the Premier League game against West Ham. The incident occurred in the King Power Stadium car park, where the police and cars and emergency services rushed towards the area with flames clearly visible before the area was evacuated. It is not known who was in the helicopter, when it crashed, nor the conditions they are in. It is also not clear whether anyone on the ground was affected. Leicester City's football club says we are assisting the Leicester police in the emergency services in dealing with a major incident at the King Power Stadium. The club will issue a more detailed statement once further information has been established. Here's a video from the accident.
Listen guys, you'll have to keep moving back.
As you can see, that is something quite shocking. I hope everyone's okay. And so do all of us at ITV News. Leicester Police said we are dealing with an incident in the vicinity of the King Power Stadium. Emergency services are aware and are dealing with it. Skretati Pasha leaves the stadium by his helicopter, which lands in the centre circle on the pitch after every Leicester home game. Skretati, who owns the King Power Company, bought Leicester in 2010 and became the chairman the following February. Leicester Police confirmed the emergency services were dealing with an incident near the King Power Stadium, but has not provided any more details. Next tonight, at least 11 dead following the shooting at US synagogue. A gunman has killed at least 11 people after opening fire during a baby naming ceremony at a Pittsburgh synagogue. The suspect has been identified as Robert Bowers, who is said to be in his 40s. A law enforcement official confirmed the Associated Press on the condition of anonymity. At least 6 other people were wounded, including 4 police officers, who, when he opened fire on a synagogue containing up to 100 worshippers, attended the ceremony. City officials said the shooting was investigated as federal hate crime. President Donald Trump condemned the wicked act of mass murder, saying anti-Semitism must be confronted anywhere. Excuse me. And anywhere and every. Sorry, I can't even pronounce it. Anywhere and everywhere, it appears. Speaking to young farmers in Indianapolis, Trump called back the attack pure evil, hard to believe, and, frankly, something that is unimaginable. After calling the county to come up together, Trump invited a pastor and rabbi to the stage to pray. Shortly after the incident, Mr. Trump spoke to reporters, describing the events as far more devastating than anyone originally thought, adding that it's a terrible thing what's going on with hate in our country. He said we must all pray and hope for no more loss of life, but we have been saying this is one too many for far too long. Dangerous weapons are putting our citizens in harm's way. The tree-lined residential neighborhood of Squirrel Hill is about 10 minutes from downtown Pittsburgh as a heavily Jewish population. Jeff Finkelstein, sorry, it's a bit hard to pronounce that, Jewish Federation of Pittsburgh told WPEXI, which is their news organization, said that the organizer's security officer has notified all JCC synagogues and they are now on modified lockdown. Coming up next, a man charged over mail bombs targeting Trump critics and $1.5 billion boost for Ireland high streets expected in budget. More coming later after the break. Welcome back. Caesar Sayok is charged after mail bombs sent to prominent Donald Trump critics. Here is a report by our Itv News reporter Mark McQuillan. He's had a fingerprint from one of the envelopes, containing a device addressed to the Congressman Maxine Waters, matched of the Sayok. There's possible DNA connection between the two suspicious packages and a sample previously taken from Sayok. He said, Today's arrest doesn't mean we are all out of the woods, said Mr. Ray. Mr. Ray said, there may be, can't even pronounce this today. There may be other packages in transit now, and other packages on the way, so we need to help everyone out to help with this investigation in the days to come. His van was recovered and towed away by authorities following the arrest. Now, support for Ireland high streets expected in Chancellor Philip Hammond's budget update. Here is a video report by our ITV News correspondent Daniel Hewitt. On Thursday, to small businesses, these measures alone are not sufficient to enable a successful reinvasion of our high streets. There must be a new wholesale review next year to deliver a system that encourages greater investment in digital. Green faces questions as Pierre, who outed him, stands defiant. Ex-England boss Glenn Hoddle responding well to treatment. And temperatures will return to normal after the first snowfall of the winter. Must be the Russians. Anyway, that is it for me, from everyone on the team. Good night.